Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I've combined 3 different tutorials to show you a few different ways to wear a pop of color. So think jewel tones like blue, purple, green. You could even substitute some warmer shades like a neon yellow or a red, which has been so popular. And I used the new Spring Summer palette from Chanel. I did a video on the entire collection, so I'll link that down below in case you're curious. But you can really use any eyeshadow that you have on hand. And I was really inspired to create this video based on my clients and people that I work with asking me, what do I do with this eyeshadow? There's always that 1 or 2 shades in a quad or a palette that probably drew you to the palette to begin with. They're beautiful colors, but you never really use them because they're a little bit tricky or intimidating. So hopefully by the end of this video you feel more comfortable going a little bold with your makeup. Starting with the look I'm currently wearing, I'm going to pick up this matte brown shadow on a fluffy brush and begin buffing it into my crease and connecting down to my lash line. Since this will be my transition shade, I don't need to be precise. I'm going to make sure to blend it all out all over before moving on. With a smaller flat brush for pigments, I'm going to take that buttery gold shadow and swipe this on my inner eyelid, carving out the lid up to the crease, but concentrating the color low and inside. Here's where the pop of color comes in. Notice I've used all neutrals up until this point. With a regular eyeshadow brush, I'm popping that emerald green shadow on the outer half of the lid, up to the crease, not above it. I'm then going to use more gold eyeshadow to blend the 2 shades together in the middle. I want to keep the pop of green on the outside. To deepen the crease, I'm taking the same brush into that rich warm brown shade and carving out the crease and connecting down to the lash line. I'm not taking this color all the way in. And then I'm just going to blend it out to keep the crease looking seamless. This is when I'll do my foundation, and I really didn't have to clean up much fallout, but especially when using bright colors, I always do eyes first, then foundation, concealer, powder, etc. And I'm going to link all of the products that I used on my face down in the description box. I also do my brows after foundation, and then I'll finish the eyes. I'm buffing that rich brown shadow underneath my lower lash line. With the lightest shade in the palette, I'm highlighting my brow bone and blending that all together. Top it off with black eyeliner and mascara, and that completes the first look. Look number 2 is starting exactly the same way as look number 1, with that brown matte eyeshadow on a fluffy brush all over the crease and connecting down to the lash line. Next, with a more compact brush, I'm taking the deeper shade Next Door and I'm going lower in the crease, connecting to the lash line and deepening that outer V area of the eye, building up the color but keeping it precise. With my original fluffy brush, I'll blend the 2 together before going into the matte peach eyeshadow with a regular eyeshadow brush. This shade is going all over the lid, inner to outer, blending into the depth we created in the outer V. Next, I've already done my face makeup and brows, so it's time to finish up the eyes. On a small detail brush, I'm buffing that first brown shadow underneath the lower lash line. Now it's time for the pop of color, so with that same detail brush, I'm picking up the turquoise blue eyeshadow and carefully applying this into the tear duct, wrapping up to the top lid and blending it out. You want to be very careful not to blend too much because the pop of color should be noticeable but still small. If you need to go back with concealer to make sure the color isn't too low or too big, it's pretty easy to do so. To keep the color light and vibrant, I'm taking a little bit of the lightest pearl eyeshadow and popping that over the blue as an inner corner highlight. And then I'll also use that eyeshadow to highlight the brow bone. To finish up as usual, I'm going to go in with black eyeliner and mascara. And that completes look number 2. For look number 3, I'm starting with the matte peach eyeshadow as my transition shade. So on a fluffy brush, I'm just going to buff this all over the crease and make sure it's nice and blended before moving on. With a flat shader brush, I'm going to sweep the gold eyeshadow all over my lid up to the crease, making sure to get that inner eye area. With a smaller brush, I'm going to pick up the rich dark brown eyeshadow and I'm going into the outer crease, down on the outer lid, and the whole outer V. Once I've built this up to my liking, I'm going to make sure everything is nice and blended. Now that the top of the eyes are done, I'm going to finish my foundation, concealer, and the rest of my face makeup. For the pop of color, I'm starting with the blue eyeshadow on a small detail brush, and I'm going to buff this underneath the lower lash line, only about halfway in. On a larger brush, I'm going to smoke this out just a little bit before going back with that smaller detail brush, picking up the emerald eyeshadow. I'm taking the green from the inner tear duct to the center where it will meet with the blue. Finally, I'm going in with the gold eyeshadow as my inner corner highlight before blending that all together to make the transitions seamless. I lined my inner rim with a gold eyeliner from Lancome, and I'm topping off my eyes with black eyeliner and mascara. For lipstick, I'm using one of my favorite nudes. This is 402 Adrian by Chanel. And that completes the final look. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and feel a little inspired to bust out some of your jewel-toned eyeshadows. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, leave me any of your comments or questions down below. For my next few videos, I plan on doing a couple more tutorials using more neutral shades. I'm thinking a daytime and an evening look with this new palette. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, I'll be linking all of the products in this video and all of the tutorials down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.